Welcome to Humanities. This is a little startup video just to give you an idea of what to expect as you go through and how to find everything that you need. So if you have navigated through Blackboard and you've gotten to your course, you should see something similar to this. I can put it on student preview mode so that you can see what you would actually see. There will actually be an announcement here by the time you're in here looking at this video. The very first thing you should do, and you probably already have, or you wouldn't find this video, is to go to Start Here. And you're going to see a list of contacts. If you go into contacts, you'll see my name, my dean's name, and all of the online people who can help you if you run into issues with this course. But the very first thing you need to do is get to your schedule and open up your schedule for, and this is an older version, but you're going to see the newer version, and it's going to have a syllabus and a schedule. And I will go ahead and open those up so that you can see them. And so we'll start with this, with the syllabus, and I'm going to have to stop sharing this, and I'll share the syllabus with you instead. So the syllabus is pretty much, it covers, this is a different one than your number, but it's going to pretty much cover the same information. It has my name again, Tom Fiegel's name as my dean. Plus it has when the school, the class starts and ends. And so some of my classes are full-term classes. This syllabus is for a full-term class. Some of them are X-term classes, so they're more abbreviated. And what that mainly means is that we're going to cover the same amount of material in a much faster pace. So be aware of which one you're in and make sure you follow the syllabus and schedule as clearly and as effectively as possible. I suggest getting a day planner and writing down due dates for everything so that you make sure that you do not miss deadlines. Main thing is to make sure deadlines are met, that you don't turn in work late or not at all. One thing you can also know, if you end up turning in something late or you didn't turn it in at all, by the next class day, pretty much every single time, I'm going to post zeros for anybody who's missed an assignment, an exam, a discussion post, a journal, whatever it is, a paper. And so if you see a zero pop up in your grade book, then you'll know, whoa, I missed something. But try not to do that, because stuff that's turned in late in my class essentially loses a letter grade for every day it's late. And the latest you can turn in any assignment is 5 days after its due date. So do not turn in things late. You will lose points when you don't need to, and you might miss out on an entire assignment. And some of these assignments are worth 100 points, 150 points. So keep that in mind. You'll see on the second page of the syllabus that there's a grade makeup, and the grade makeup pretty much is consistent for all of my humanities classes. It includes 4 exams, 1 over each of the 4 units. It includes a weekly participation, discussions, and journals. That includes every chapter. Now, some weeks in an abbreviated class, if you're in an extern course, you're going to cover more than 1 chapter a few times. For full-term classes, though, you will cover 1 chapter each week. And so, but you need to pay attention to your schedule for that. So the main thing, though, is read through what's expected for discussions, what's expected with exams. For instance, knowing that they require Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor. You must have Respondus Lockdown Browser and a camera to run the monitor, or you will not be allowed to take the test online. If you choose to take it in person, that's fine. You may at any point ask me, say, okay, I don't want to take it online, or I don't like Respondus or whatever. And you can make an appointment with me during the time that the tests are open, to take the exam on paper. You just have to work it out with me. But do not miss the exam and then expect me to open up the exam online or anything like that. If you are going to take a makeup exam, you have to take it within 5 days of the original deadline, that, because the test is going to be open for a full week online. If you miss that window, you have to take it within 5 days with me in person on paper. That's the requirement. So the research project is going to be in 4 parts, and I'll go over that in a little bit. Make sure with discussion posts, with journals, with any sort of writing that you turn in for this class, including your essay questions on exams and your research essay. Make sure none of it is plagiarized. None of it is using resources like Wikipedia, SparkNotes, CliffNotes, or online encyclopedias. Nothing is plagiarized. Everything is accurately citing sources, and that none of it is computer generated. AI is useful in planning out a lot of stuff and creating all sorts of fun things for you to do. It is not useful for academic papers. If I fear or believe that you have used either plagiarism, or I have evidence of plagiarism, or have used AI, I will submit your essay or your assignment to the AI committee at this college campus. And if you are deemed to be in violation of our academic dishonesty regulations, then you could end up with an F in the class. So be cautious. If you're in doubt, ask, and I will make sure I let you know what you need or don't need to do. So just be informed and don't use things that you don't understand. So plagiarism is going to be treated the same as AI. So make sure any sources you use are properly cited, and do not use any websites or resources or full text articles to do your discussions. You write it all in your, use the chapter that you read and use the lecture to answer your questions. Don't cheat. Don't just take stuff from other places and expect that to be okay. So once you've looked at the syllabus, I'm going to go ahead and open the other one. You'll need your schedule. Now this is a full schedule, but if you are in an extern class, then your schedule will be abbreviated. But just know that each week will have very specific things listed. For instance, if you're looking at the week of January 22nd to 25th, these items are going to be listed as activities that you need to do. So you'll need to read the chapter, view the lecture, complete the discussion board question and respond to other students, and complete your chapter 2 journal. All of this has to be done before the next week begins. So it's all due January 28th before that Monday. So it's due Sunday night at midnight. Monday morning, I will come in and enter zeros for anyone who has not completed the materials that were required. Then starting on January 29th, you will do all of the stuff for chapter 3, and it is all listed. And the exam will actually open during that week. I will have it very clearly dated when everything is due. All of the discussion boards have dates with due dates already marked. All of the journals have due dates marked. All of the exams have due dates marked. All of the assignments that go along with a research essay have their due dates marked. So make sure and pay attention to those due dates. Ideally, use this schedule here to show yourself, write it in calendars and things like that, so you know exactly what to do every given week. I'll also, though, be posting due dates within the announcements in your class each week. So you'll have an announcement every Monday morning by noon saying this is what's due this week. This is what we've covered so far. This is what we're building towards, but this is what's due now. So pay attention to those announcements, because they're going to keep you on track so that you make all of your due dates. You don't want to hurt your grade by turning things in late. So just make sure the due dates are kept as much as possible. If you have questions, I'm always open to those questions, and I'll show you 2 different ways that you can ask me questions. So let's go ahead and stop this, and we will share. I'm going to go back to my content. And what I will share is I'm going to go back to the regular WebEx room and the regular Blackboard room. And I just want to show you a few other things. So you've seen the syllabus and the schedule. Then you want to make sure and start here and it's not listed, so I'll put it in here. It's not visible yet, but you need to make sure and do your course confirmation. That will be listed in here as well. And this video will be here. So you'll be able to go through, feel free to look through the syllabus and schedule first. But once you commit to the class. Once you say you're going to confirm, yes, I do want to take this class, you are committed to this class. So you won't be able to withdraw with no penalty. You'll have to withdraw later on if you can't keep up with the materials. So just keep that in mind. As far as the lessons, everything is very clearly outlined. So if you go into any unit, it's going to say this is what we're going to cover. And then it will cover everything in the same order. So you read the chapter 4, watch the lecture. That's a direct link to the video on YouTube that I have created for it. There's a PowerPoint that shows the PowerPoint that I use in the lecture, if you want to see it with more detail. Then the discussion post there's a link in there that tells you, it'll show all the questions that I'm allowing you to answer, and you choose one to answer, and then you reply to 4 other students' responses. And then the chapter 4 journal it has a list of questions, and after since you've read the chapter and watched the lecture, that will allow you to answer the journal questions. So that's what you'll essentially commit to fixing and doing in that particular week. The next week, you'll actually there's chapter 5, 5, 5, 5. So they're all very clearly labeled. Please do not assume that this is not a chapter. The chapters are all separately, because I had to work on them and put them in the right format. They're all separately listed, but this is an OER textbook that I got from the University, Colorado College. And then modified for this class. So it is an actual textbook. It's just a chapter from it. And then the lecture is based on the textbook, but uses the PowerPoint that's also here listed. So if you have any questions, though, go back to, actually go to the discussion board. Well, you can do it here. There's a link. Ask a question. You can also go to the discussion board, and the very first thing is ask a question. And if you go in there, you can create a thread, ask me a question, and it will be public to the students too. So they'll see not only your question, but they'll see my answer. And that's really important, so that every student can get material that, and so if you have a question and you're not sure about it, feel free to post it publicly in here, because then every student can have the answer. Okay, I think that's it. So just make sure as much as possible that you come in, join in as much as possible. Several times a week, you should check your course pages, make sure that nothing is due, write due dates down in your calendar, and notify me through mail if you have an issue. So I can't show you the email right now, but it's listed in course mail. So you can always send me an email, and you can also write to me on using the Wiregrass email that's a direct link in your syllabus. So, and you can also go to Start here, go to the staff contacts, and there's my email as well. So there are a lot of ways to contact me, and you can also call me. There's my number. Not many people call me, but that is absolutely a welcome thing to do. Please do call me. If I don't answer, I will call you back. So any questions, let me know. And I hope you have a very successful semester. Thanks for watching.